Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Thank you so much for watching. It feels so good to be making this video because I was sick like all last week. It sucked. Yeah, I'm finally feeling better, but you might be able to hear it in my voice. I'm just still a little congested in my nose. So that being said, for Scent Sunday, I thought we could keep it chill with some body sprays from Bath & Body Works, and I thought I would let you know my top 10. I have quite the collection now of Bath & Body Works body mists. I feel like I've gone in waves with this. I remember having just like a few body mists in my, makeup and beauty world a couple of years ago, and then really not wanting them anymore, not really being into them, and just trying to use up what I had. And now I'm back into the body mist. I feel like Bath & Body Works has some really great scent options. They come out with a lot of different fragrances, and I feel like they're pretty affordable, so that is really nice. I think when I'm filming this today, on this exact Sunday, they are doing a $5.95 bath stuff. So I think that includes the mist. It's online only, so I mean, it kind of is perfect timing, honestly, for that. If you were interested, obviously, if you don't want any, don't go buy them, but I do feel like that's a pretty good deal for the body mist, and I love the different scent options that they have. And so I have quite a few, but these are my top 10, and really this could be like a vanilla list. Like, most of these have some type of vanilla going on in them, but let's just get into it and just hang out and talk about Bath & Body Works mist. I think I'm gonna spoil my favorite like up front, like just right here at the beginning, top of the video. I am obsessed with beach nights, okay? And I just have to say, I think this is my favorite one. I am on my second bottle, so this is a brand new full bottle because the bottle I initially got is donezo. Like, it's gone, and I used that up in about, I don't know, since it came out this year, maybe 6 months, maybe something like that. I used it all the way up, and I feel like that's pretty good. Like, considering the amount of perfume I have, the other sprays that I have, like I have a lot of scents competing for, time and space on my body, and I use this thing up. So it's safe to say I'm obsessed with it. This has notes of toasted marshmallow, sea salt breeze, s'mores accord, beach driftwood, creamy vanilla. I love the mix of those really gourmand, foodie notes, the s'mores, the marshmallow, like, oh, I love that. But then it has some fresher notes like the salt, the driftwood, things that don't make it only seem like a food. Like, there's something a little bit more going on in here, and I love that. I feel like this has almost like a little bit of musk to me as well. Ooh, fresh first spray. It really is like a s'more on the beach by the fire. It's sweet and salty fresh. I love anything really with marshmallow in it, so that just has this going for me. But this is just so delicious and perfect. I actually didn't initially love it when I sprayed it in store. I'm learning that when I go into Bath & Body Works, there's just so many other scents going on when you go in the store that some things maybe you can't pick up on the nuances of notes. You can't pick up on how scents differ from one another necessarily. I feel like I just get overall impressions like, oh, it's fruity, or oh, it's really sweet, but I don't get maybe the specific fruit or the specific flower. Whereas once I get home and I can like spray that, have a little bit more time, I can really get to know how it smells, especially to like really filling up a cloud. And this one, just once I got it home, I was like, I can't believe I almost didn't get this. It's so good. I have another backup, and I'm so glad. I think this might only be available seasonally. I'm sure you can find some online, like from other parties, but I absolutely love it. So happy with this. And I really wish it came in a candle because I love spraying that as like a room spray. I definitely did that quite a bit with the bottle I used up, but I just love it just being all around me. Like, not only do I want it on myself, but I want it all around me in my space. Very, very similar to that one. And if you guys have watched my other fragrance videos, some of these will not come as they're not going to be surprising, okay? I love Fireside flurries from Bath & Body Works, and this was another reason I wanted to make this video, is because I believe on the website, at least, this is back for this year. I believe this is last year's bottle, but this is the sweeter, less kind of salty, beachy version of beach nights. So I love it. Notes on this: toasted marshmallow, pink lavender, and cashmere woods. I get graham cracker from this quite a bit. I get something sweet with this tiniest bit of something spicy, like cinnamony almost, although it's not spicy. It's not something that is super apparent, kind of just like graham crackers, or maybe like slightly cinnamon graham crackers. I have a very specific like memory tied to this. I don't know why, and if you guys can relate, let me know, but to me this smells like when the Haunted Mansion is dressed up for Christmas. There's this scene where the ghosts are dancing, but it kind of smells like gingerbread when you're like in your little cart going through. That's what this smells like to me. That's what this smells like to me. I don't know why. They just are very similar. It's like this sweet gingerbread graham cracker kind of scent, but very mild and tame on the gingerbread part, like the spicy part of the gingerbread. I find this so comforting and cozy in the wintertime. It's just like a soft blanket, and that is one of the reasons I really like body mist. I think I never understood why would you want a less intense version of a smell? Like, why wouldn't you want the perfume? And obviously cost is one of the reasons, but I actually find purpose in the body mist. I like that I can kind of have a moment and smell it right then, but in maybe 2 hours, I can like switch it up, put something else on, or touch up a perfume with it. I love that I can use it as a room spray, and I also really like body mists for nighttime because they aren't necessarily as strong, although some of the Bath & Body Works really can perform for quite a while, like longer than you'd expect. But when I'm going to bed, I want something cozy and like that feels good and, you know, feels snuggly, but I don't want it accosting my nose all night. I don't want to smell it when I wake up and turn in the bed. I don't want to smell my perfume. I just want it in the moments until I literally pass out. So that's one of my favorite ways to wear body mist. And also getting out of the shower before I like decide on a perfume or before I get dressed as a refreshing moment throughout the day. Like I don't know. I like them a lot actually now. All right, continuing on with very similar scents. I'm telling you, I like the same shit from Bath & Body Works overall. Like I want to try the vanilla, the amber, the woody, the gourmand that doesn't go too fruity. Like that's what I want every time. This is a newer one. It's called Midnight Amber Glow, and this one is so delicious. I almost get like a burnt sugar-ish note from this. This has notes of smooth amber, caramel latte, and vanilla bourbon. The vanilla in here is definitely richer and has some nice body to it, but I do find the caramel, it's like a sweeter caramel to me. So it's still something kind of airy. I really love this one, and this one also took a second for me to really get on with, but I love how sugary sweet this is with a vanilla undertone to it. I don't pick up much of the latte necessarily. If anything, it's a little bit more like caramel syrupy to me, but it's a really nice gourmand that also feels like a perfume. Like this is a non-spicy version of Minuit et Demi to me. It's foodie for sure, but it doesn't exactly smell like a cupcake or exactly smell like a bakery treat. It just smells sweet and delicious. So I really love Midnight Amber Glow if you haven't tried that one yet, because it is new. This is one that came out for the holidays. This is Wicked Vanilla Woods. I don't know why I have a feeling that this one, you know, maybe is renamed different times, but the notes on this are magical vanilla, glowing amber wood, and enchanted pink pepper. All of these sound like the same one with the notes like at different times. Like, oh, vanilla's in the top, oh, vanilla's in the bottom on this one. This to me smells like a patchouli vanilla. It does smell spicy and rich as a vanilla. It reminds me of a perfume. I find this to be very, very similar to Henry Rose's Darkest Night, if you've ever smelled that, and that's like vanilla bean and patchouli. So it has this really beautiful, rich vanilla, but then it has these spices to it that add depth to it. There's something sexy about this vanilla as well. It's not like this cuddly vanilla. It's a going out vanilla, you know? It's different. I think the wicked part of this, like I imagine you in a black dress or something like that if you were wearing it out. It just has something a little bit more mysterious and again, sexy to it than the other vanillas here. I also pick up something almost medicinal in the way that the spice kind of is carried out in here, or like that kind of decadence that's in here can come off a little bit medicinal to me, but I really, really love this vanilla as well. Definitely different than a lot of the other vanillas that Bath & Body Works offers, which speaking of, I'm just gonna get warm vanilla sugar out of the way. I think this has been reformulated a few times. I'm not sure how this compares to past formulas. This is, I think, the newest version of it. This has notes of intoxicating vanilla, white orchid, sparkling sugar, fresh jasmine, and creamy sandalwood. I feel like this is just so classic, honestly. There is just so much memory tied to the scent. I can remember going into Bath & Body Works back when the packaging looked different and smelling this. I can remember being a kid and smelling this. I think my mom had the body lotion. Like this scent's just been around, you know, like I just been around my life. I feel like just in the world, just been around. And I feel like for a vanilla, it's just solid, you know? If you're looking for a middle ground vanilla that's like comforting and sweet, but not too sweet, not too warm, not too cool smelling. I don't know if you understand when I say that, but to me, something ooey gooey warm bakery is kind of warm smelling, and something with maybe too many florals or more clean musks or white musks can maybe go a little bit more cool smelling. This really is just like the middle ground. I think it's perfect if you want just a light, inoffensive scent. There's something airy about this, but the sandalwood adds a creaminess to it as well, but nothing really lactonic, and I just think it's so solid. Like it is just a solid vanilla, a great one I feel like for just at night out of the shower. You still feel clean. You don't feel like you just dipped yourself in sugar getting out of the shower, but you still have a little bit of that sweetness and that vanilla coming through. So really, really love this one, an oldie but a goodie. One I absolutely love so much from this year is Sweet Whiskey. I have this in the shower gel. I just bought the candle. I can't wait to see how that smells. This one has golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries. I love the way that this smells. It almost smells kind of toasted to me. The way the red berries play in here with that note of whiskey, there's something a little bit boozy going on. It's really nice and sweet, but I also feel like that amber is adding that bit of a toasted smell. This reminds me of a lightweight version of Side Effect from Initio. I say it every time, but that is one of my favorite fall scents. I love how rich and heavy that scent is. And I think I'm just surprised that Bath & Body Works has found a way to make that happen in a body mist, which is just usually so light and, you know, doesn't necessarily have the longevity. But I feel like this lasts a decent amount, like 3-ish hours, especially if I like go in, you know, with it. I can still smell it for quite a while. And I just feel like this is one of those elevated scents. These are the ones I look for when I go into Bath & Body Works. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the florals that are in there. It's just not my profile and what I'm looking for. So I really love, you know, sniffing out and trying to find the scents that I feel offer something a little bit more complex, or maybe just a little bit different, or kind of mimicking something higher end. And I really feel like that's what this is doing. I love it as a boozy vanilla. That's one I would actually like wear out to. I feel like most of the time with my body mist, I'm not like really wearing this out. I'm just gonna pick an actual perfume if I'm gonna do that. But this is one that I would do that with, or like touch up my Side Effect with this before we go out or something. A little off the beaten path, but not much. I wanted to put in Strawberry Pound Cake because I love this scent, and I'm surprised I like it as much as I do. I don't tend to love when things are fruity, but the pound cake is so unabashedly pound cake. It is a synthetic pound cake. It is so sweet. I mean, this smells like fake sweetener almost, and strawberry sauce in the best way. It really is a strawberry pound cake, and I love how just picture perfect this smells. Imagine the most idyllic piece of strawberry pound cake with all of the whipped cream and everything, what that would look like. It cut absolutely perfectly, the whipped cream being perfect on it. Like, it's the model of what pound cake should look like. That's what this smells like. And there's something about it that's a little artificial, right? Like, it doesn't feel super natural that everything's so perfect about it, but you still like it. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is to me. I freaking love it so much. I love it in the candle. I love this in the hand sanitizer. It really does go sweet though. So you gotta like something very, very like sugary sweet, but it's delicious and like literally makes me smile every time I smell it. I love it so much. I have two more kind of cozy vanilla scents. This one is Snowflakes and Cashmere, and I really like this one more for just like cuddling and just lounging around, being in a sweatshirt at home while you're doing work or whatever it is. Like, I just think it's so nice, so great for colder weather. This has vanilla, cashmere cream, caramel woods, and frosted clementine. I really don't pick up much of the citrus in here at all. I just get that cashmere. There's a soft kind of coziness, I guess, with this perfume, but it's not necessarily warmth. Like, this isn't a warm smelling perfume, but it is still cozy and very smooth and still sweet and vanilla. So I love that one. And then the other one I have is Bonfire Bash. This is a smoky vanilla type of scent. I would say it's in the vein or trying to do something similar to By the Fireplace. I don't find them to be dupes necessarily. I just find this to be a smoky vanilla, which I feel like there's just so much more going on in the replica. It's smokier, it has more pine going on, and this really just smells like a vanilla, maybe whipped cream that's like a little bit sugared or sweetened with a smoke note, like they've put it in a globe of smoke for a while. The smoke in here is also quite smooth. It's not one of those really realistic like firewood burning smokes at all, which I feel like, again, By the Fireplaces. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. Like, this can be its own perfume without that, but I'm just trying to compare the difference. I feel like if you aren't sure if you like something smoky, you could still really like this because the smoke is not too intense. It's still kind of smoothed out from the vanilla that's in here. And last, for number 10, this is Golden Pearl, and I wanted to put this in here because not only do I like vanillas and those sweet gourmand type perfumes, I also do like something that's a little musky, things with lavender even, or aromatic, and I feel like this is a little bit more on that side. It is still like vanilla and amber, but it's done a little bit differently. The notes in here are bergamot breeze, vanilla orchid, and golden amber. This came out with the summer collection this year. I mean, I've really only been getting into the mist in the last, I don't know, maybe year or like this year. So I don't have tons of old ones, but I really like this. I don't know why this seems like almost musky to me, but that's not in the notes. There's something just refreshing about this while still having that amber. The vanilla adds something almost like tropical to the vanilla that's going on in here as well. So there's something a little bit lighter to it. You know, it's not so heavy or dense or just really sweet. And so I'm not immediately going toward like treats, you know, like when I smell it. This is one of my favorites for when I get out of the shower. Like I still have my day ahead of me and I just want to have a little bit of something on, but I don't want to be too sweet. I don't want it to necessarily interfere with what's going to come on next. That's what I really like this one for. It's very much like a daytime type of scent. I wouldn't really wear this to cuddle up at night at all, but it's nice to have something a little bit musky. I feel like I also really like, I think it's called Ivory Cashmere. That came out, I feel like this fall, and these are not similar scents, but I feel like they do a similar thing to me. That one has some musk in it as well, and it's just a little bit more light and refreshing and not necessarily just like a sweet treat for me. But yeah, those are my top 10 body mists from Bath & Body Works that I have in my collection currently. Like I said, I'm always kind of keeping an eye out for the new fragrances that are coming out. I love seeing what's coming out with each season. One of the things I really love doing is when I get the coupons from Bath & Body Works, which let you get a free item up to $16.50, I usually always redeem them for a body mist because that's what these retail for. And so usually I'll pick my favorite thing from a collection that's come out, and if I have a coupon, I can redeem that and get it for free, which I just love because I already buy a lot of candles from Bath & Body Works as well. But yeah, let me know what your favorite Bath & Body Works mist is down below, especially if they're past scents. I love being able to look forward to them, maybe re-releasing them, or if I spot them on a good deal, maybe I'll try them out on Mercari or something. But I'd love to know what your favorites are down below. Also, if you have any other body mist brands that you really enjoy, let me know, because I feel like I always think of Bath & Body Works, maybe a few from Sol de Janeiro, but they don't have like as expansive as a collection or as continued of a collection, or selection, I guess is a better word. There is also Victoria's Secret, but I've ordered from them and I just don't find the scents to be as good as Bath & Body Works. I have like a few I really love, but I would say overall I don't have as much success from their body mist. So if you have other brands, let me know down below. I'd love to know. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed that it was a little more low-key and a little more affordable also, I guess, if Bath & Body Works is accessible to you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I can't wait to be back with more videos this week, and I'll see you in them. Okay, bye guys.